Well, this hand's great. Can't wait to see what we lose to. Optimism. I will keep. To battle. The shrine with no gods. Well, we're gonna be docking a lot of shells. Probably gonna want the mill more than the incursion. Sometimes you want the incursion there because like a turn cycle is worth more than one mill card. But I think that we're alright. Not sure what my opponent's up to, but I definitely am sure I don't like it. So let's go ahead and play a little defense, shall we? Archive trap. This is quite the assortment of lands by my opponent. There's the trap. Thankfully it's going to go off. And for good value as well. Ancestral is better than draw a card scry too. Hard to argue that. But I've taken worse stances in my life, I'm sure. Set my stop on my own end step. Not sure if you can see that behind my fat head. Wow, my opponent paid life. Well, they're going to cast something. But I'm a little afraid of just passing now, because they might pass back. Now that I held priority. It's a little awkward, but whatever. Surprise! Break our trap! My opponent like reads the trap or reads the Shelduck Isle and is like, oh. Ah, Village Bell Ringer. Very cute. One Splinter Twin down. There's a Lingering Souls in the yard. Deal 2 damage and discard a card? Wow. So milling was really bad, because they could have gotten something back. But instead they didn't. So that was probably terrible of them. I'm gonna let this resolve, because the modes picked are pretty terrible. And just discard this thing. And move on with my life. Because I'm bigger than that. What? Oh, here they come. Here they come. The Delvers. Nightmare upon nightmare. Yeah, you got it, boss. This game just got a lot harder to win, though. Land. That's good, at least. I can make some sort of progress here. Always move forward, never look back. Or something to that effect. Helixes, Boros Charms, Figure of Destiny. This deck is awesome. I think I found next week's deck. It's not true. I already know what I want to play next week. This thing's a little scary to let in play right now. Just gonna make you slow your roll there. Another untapped land would have been nice, but I think we're ahead of the curve anyway. Just barely, but I think we are. Sorcery Speeds, the Bell Ringer. To untap the Angler, such value. Missed the land drop. That's actually, like, secretly pretty good for us. It limits their options quite a bit. The orb does get these active. Let's start with Shelldock. Take this thing, I suppose. And orb and cross my fingers. Thoughtseize command. Thoughtseize is definitely a good one to mill, because that would be a good card for my opponent to have in hand. That's what when I got sidetracked, that's what I was gonna say. The 5th mana represents Thoughtseize into Splinter Twin, or something equally messed up. So if our opponent taps out for something irrelevant, then we get to basically win. If our opponent does not do anything, I don't think we get to tap out because I have to not die to double burn spell. Bolts and helixes and charms. Commands aren't considerations, but with only 1 bolt down, my opponent having 5 spells in hand, yeah, I'm definitely just gonna take the turn back. I can actually add 2 blue to my pool if I wanted with the orb, but that doesn't do anything for me besides show my opponent more of my deck. Very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pass. And try and get priority in their upkeep. Let's see if they do anything end step, obviously. A bolt at my face. So I'm going to Cryptic in response, or Cryptic, Cryptimv in response. I'm going to Crypt Incursion in response. Question is whether I do it off the Shelldock or from hand. And I assume it's just from hand. My opponent actually can't kill me right now, so I could Archive Trap first, but I think holding up a remand for the Bellringer is more important. Something I could have done was like Thoughtseize when they try and kill me in response, Shelldock out the Crypt Inversion and have a remand. That might have been better. Too late now! The Archive Trap's going to be lethal next turn. Is drawing 3 cards potentially more important this turn? I'm definitely leaving up this Crypt Incursion for whatever reason, because I don't have to cast all of these. I guess I'm more likely to want to trap. Boop. Incur your Crypt. Look at that big juicy Crypt. I'm getting Helix in response. That definitely resolves. Now I gain 1 billion. And then take 3. F7 those. Wow. Bolt, Helix, Bolt. Mesmeric Orb just gains 9 life. That's the way that works, right? Right, guys? Not going for combo. So we have to hope to fade what? A land as well as the burn spell? Because the bolts are gone. So if it's a 2-mana burn spell, yeah, that resolves. We would actually die in our upkeep, or in their upkeep. I guess that's not true, we would Thoughtseize it. Well, that tap job was comically terrible from our opponent. But I suppose there's no reason to play into anything. This is going to mill 4, so we can mill with the trap whenever. And it'll be good. So let's do that. Land for value. And what I can actually do is Thoughtseize first. This is cute. Check this out. Watch me get punished for this. Brimaz, King of Oreskos. Interesting. Well, our opponent is dead, so that part is good at least. Doop-a-doo. My opponent just has like 2 lava darts. It's like, I didn't even know those were legal! Nice of them to let us see their entire deck instead of conceding. What's up with these Figure of Destinies? I guess they're kind of like this deck's version of Flash Creatures, because you can invest the mana on my turn and then keep putting the pressure on while like threatening combo. It's pretty cute. Crypt Incursion definitely seems good because the life gain seems really important, and our opponent has a bunch of creatures in their deck. Cut and Dismember to stop combo, as well as killing big anglers or figures. I don't think we want to go Sun Droplets. Droplets? Let's drop these suns into the... I don't think we want to go Sun Droplets because I think my opponent's probably bringing in Artifact Destruction, having seen these, which makes me want to either board these out or board in Spellskite. And I think the answer is board in Spellskite because Spellskite's good against the combo anyway, as well as Dispels, which counter Kulligan's Command, and Artifact Destruction. And I guess that's it. And I probably want bounce spells because they break up the combo and my opponent could have ley lines. So I'm trying to board in a lot here. The Disfigure's no good, the Surgical's not great, and the Duress is not great. But all these seem great, which is a little problematic. I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 of these like I did last time. I'm going to say I don't need the 3rd inversion. I'm never going to stop. It's never going to end. Incursion. And crabs suck. For reasons that are probably obvious. Oh, I need one more cut. I like remands. Traps, Thought Seizes. I like all these cards. I'll just cut the Serum Visions because it's a one-off. I guess my one-off should have been Snapcaster, but no big, no big. His hand's okay. We did not get Leylined, which is nice. Discard is definitely scary in this matchup. So I'm glad they didn't have it, I guess. Watch me get Shadow of Doubted now. I think it is more likely we get like Flagstone's Boom Busted, which, spoiler alert, is something I'm toying with. Wink, wink. Wait, you can see me. I can actually wink. Huh? So somebody recently pointed out to me that I have laugh lines in my eyes. Like when I smile really big, I can't fake a smile, but I get the little lines next to my eyes. And so now I can't smile that hard or wink or anything without thinking about. Is that weird? It might be a little weird. I didn't really want that bounce spell. Kind of annoyed to play Orb here, but I guess it's right. Because Remand is going to be more valuable later. Sorcery speeds the Bellringer. That's a nice draw. Not that it's super, like, impactful, but it just makes playing easier, I think. The crabs aren't in my deck, so I can fetch whenever. Probably should have fetched instead of playing this last turn, but I'm in the habit of playing to crabs. The Helixes are still in my opponent's deck. That's a little weird. The Boros Charms make sense, because the indestructibility is nice, and 4 damage is a lot more than 3. But I do find it a little odd. Also, attacking me for 1... I guess 1 damage for 1 mil isn't the worst deal. I only have 20 life and you have 60 cards, but your cards deal 3 and my cards deal 10. Math. I believe my Mesmeric Orb is about to die. No? Okay. They tanked on it for a minute. GQ Magazine. Pass the turn on them. I feel pretty protected against the combo, and I'm not under much pressure. Those two things usually go hand in hand with victory. Hand in hand with victory. It goes victory, not being under pressure, and having protection versus the combo. And they stand in a triangle and all hold hands together. Bellringer. Don't suppose I have to remand this. Echoing Truth on that guy is kind of cute. I thought I F7'd this. Was that last game? My brain is... It's going in my old age. Oh, no, discard. Oh, no, delve. Okay, that's okay. There were no creatures in there to crypto anyway. And wow, they played their land first and don't have another black. So remand is actually an actual remand here, which is sweet. I like that. No, sir. And I'm going to go ahead and eat Truth because Royal wants to draw a card. And actually, what am I doing? I just let them mill themselves with the orb. This is awesome. Oh, this is totally awesome. I will always yield to Bellringer. These are all new Bellringers, so I have to let them trigger individually. This is very awesome. Echoing Truth is a fun and sweet magic card.
This is the fast forwarding music. I was too lazy to get real music. So now you're hearing my stupid voice while you look at this guy killing himself with my orb. I hope those bell ringers are having a good time. They're all about to go back into his hand. Most of them are tokens, so they'll cease to exist. Oh, what a short life this is.
Keep it going. Look at all those delicious creatures for me to incur. There's also a Smash to Smithereens, which is a card I had a pretty good feeling was coming in. I will bounce, I guess, this one. Please exile all of your bell ringers. My opponent has 16 cards remaining in their library, and after their untap, they will be at 11 cards in their library. My opponent did a lot of the work for me this game. Got to admit, I guess I can have 6. Dispel A. So I could try and go for the kill here with the Mind Funeral. But my opponent's hand is Angler, Bellringer, Bellringer, and my hand is Great. And so I kind of want to just protect myself, since I don't think I can lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are these, revealed? Or exiled? I can't tell. I guess exiled. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, so my opponent still has probably like 5-ish lands in their deck. So the Mind Funeral isn't a guaranteed KO. I'm just gonna play it safe. Just gonna play it safe. I don't know what craziness this deck has. I don't know how I could die, but don't see a reason to rush anything. My opponent just not even caring what they're delving away. I think their stance on this game is pretty clear. And it is the day of reckoning. That is a guaranteed kill. Yep. My opponent's going to play a Bell Ringer and an Archive Trap. What I can actually do is Ghost Quarter this, and then when they search, trap for free. One, two, three, 4. Yeah. I guess I'd do it in upkeep to get that 1 extra mill in. It was a trap. That was sweet. That was really sweet. I enjoyed that a lot. I hope you did too.